Now let's meet Doug Cole. He's president of Cole Salon and Spa, who is here tonight to introduce us to honoree Dennis Monroe. Please join me in welcoming Doug to the stage.
Thank you, Dale. Really appreciate that. Lois, my mother's name was Lois, so I really like Lois. It's my privilege and honor to just introduce somebody that's very, very special to me. And that's my friend, my dear friend, Dennis Monroe. He and I met 35 years ago. He was 27, I was 31. He had a little office, just started his practice in Chaska, Minnesota. The office was so small that there was hardly enough room for the two of us to sit across from each other. So needless to say, I don't think he had too many paralegals working that time for him. But that was the beginning of something I had no idea, that I'd met somebody that would change my life. And he, fast forward, he grew fast and ended up from being in this small office to the ivory tower. He and his partners and colleagues have developed one of the finest firms in the nation, and I couldn't be more proud of him. And he's such a visionary. He kept an eye on me along the way, and I started as a children's barber, and then he helped us grow to a full-service salon. In 1994, he had this idea about Doug. He said, I think it might be wise to consider an ESOP. And of course, what's an ESOP? And he shared with us, it's an employee stock ownership plan. And I thought about it, and I said, why would I want to do that? He says, well, in your industry, it's hard to keep your best people, being in the hairstyling industry. And that was it. I said, okay, how do you do it? And we went about it, and we became an ESOP. Now, 21 years later, we have grown our company about tenfold, and we have 350 partners instead of employees. And he said something about retaining your best. In 2 to 5 years, we will have over 100 people that have been with our company over 20 years. So I'm going to give you an a gold star for that idea, Dennis. And you can imagine our industry, how valuable that is, how much that helped us. So thank you for that. On a different hand, I could go on and on about his achievements, but this is an unusual person that has so much generosity in him when it comes to helping other people. And he gives, it's one thing writing the check. I find that fairly easy. But boy, when it comes to giving time, Dennis is so generous, and he gives to so many volunteer organizations and churches and on and on. And, that just really, really says a lot for this individual. A couple of the things that I want to share. He wrote a children's book, and he's on his way to a second one. This first one was about helping kids prepare for life's experiences. And it was so touching to me, I caught myself crying a few times through the book, and I gave it to my wife, and she really started crying. So another thing that's very unusual, and probably you can put it in the record books, but Dennis has been a Sunday school teacher for 35 years. And I have to believe that's a Guinness Book of Records when it comes to an attorney being a children's or a Sunday school teacher. And, I know what his fees are. And I can't even imagine what the bill would be for 35 years of being a Sunday school teacher, and I don't want to pay it. So, the final thing I'd like to share is I heard Jack Welch. I didn't hear him, but I read an article a few months ago, and it read, "There's only two words that matter in the business world today." And I like Jack Welch. I thought about only two words. I thought, so I wrote a few words down and thought, so anyhow, as I opened up the article and read it, I think Jack was right. And he made a special note about the two words being trust and truth. And you know, we all want to have relationships in our life in all sectors where we can be around trustworthy and honest people. And that really mirrors my friend Dennis. He's been not only my friend, but he's been my role model, but he's been a true example of trust, truth. And I just want to say thank you for walking your talk and being the person you are. And it's no wonder I have loved working with you for 35 years. Please help me welcome this fine man. Dennis, you deserve this award in spades. Come on up and receive it. Thank you for being an outstanding director.
Well, I wish the Pope was here. Maybe I could be a saint. and that doesn't have, there's not one lawyer that's a saint, is there? Thanks, Doug, obviously. Thank you. And I really love being a director. That's first. I want to first thank, I have so many people here that are from other boards I'm on, and Nystrom, and Biff's, and Night Owl, and my family, and my soon-to-be wife Nancy, and my two sons. So in Twin City business, been very involved in the business community, and really enjoy that. But just a couple comments, because so much has been said tonight, which is much more profound than I'm. Also, thank you to Alaris, who I'm a new member of the advisory board, and that's been a wonderful experience. There's three things, I guess, that I am proud of in my life, and one is, and the three most important things are my family and being a good father, a good grandfather, being a Sunday school teacher, like Doug said, for all those years, and being a director. And those three things are, each one is a different job, but it has the same exact purpose, and that is influence and contribution. And that's really what we as directors are about. It's about listening to the needs of the company, then applying what your skill set is to those needs. And that's what I've always tried to do with my director roles. And then guiding and advising the company as you see fit, and always trying to support the CEO. And then finally, trying to make a difference with the company, with the employees, with, like Doug said, creating an ESOP, whatever it is. That's really what we as directors want to do, is make a difference. And I've been fortunate, so fortunate, to serve on so many different boards, nonprofit and profit, and it's just been a joy to me. It's been much more of a joy to me than I've been to them, and I really plan to do it the rest of my life. Thank you very much.